Hello, I'm Seerath and today I'm here to discuss video tracking. Now, let's say that we have included a video in our website, right? And on particular instances, we want to send information to Google Analytics so that user interaction can be recorded. Now, we can do that using Google Tag Manager. Some of the platforms like YouTube is supported internally by Google Tag Manager. Like we have built-in trigger and variables. Like we can set up the trigger very easily for YouTube. And for other platforms such as Vimeo, we have to import the container from external website. So we will have a look at both of them. First of all, let us see that how can we keep track of a YouTube video. For that, let us first go to variables. Here, we will have to enable some built-in variables. Let's click configure. And here, we will enable all these variables: video provider, status, URL, title, duration, current time, percent, and visible. Now, this totally depends on person to person and the particular use case that you are working with. You can untick some of the variables if they are not relevant to you. If I go back and see, all of them are enabled, right? Now, let us go to triggers. Here we have a YouTube trigger. Here, the trigger type is YouTube video, which we selected from the list here, YouTube video. And it is capturing the start, complete, pause, seeking, buffering, and progress. Now we have the option to measure the progress in two forms, like either in percentage or in time threshold. Right here, I have selected time threshold and I have specified the values as 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, and 80 seconds. We can also select percentage here and let's say write 10%, 10%, 20%, 30%. We can do that as well, but for now, let's just leave it to time. Then we have an advanced option of adding a JavaScript API. So some of the videos do not have the JavaScript component, like they might be missing that parameter. So what does this option do? That it adds that to the videos so that they are working fine. Now it is mentioned here that this will cause the video to reload if it is already playing. So we will take this and we have the option to enable this trigger on. Now here it is selected DOM ready. We can also change it to container loaded or window load, whatever we wish. Now we want this trigger to be fired on all the videos. We can also select some videos and then give our specified condition. Now I have renamed this trigger as YouTube trigger. Now let's save it. Let's go to tags. We want this information to be sent to Google Analytics, right? So we'll have to create a tag for that. Here I have this GA YT video report. So here the tag type is Google Analytics, Universal Analytics, right? We have selected it from the list from here. And the track type is an event. We want to track an event. And now we are setting the parameters. So the category is video. The action is video title. We just enabled this video title in the built-in, and then we have selected this from this list, video title, right? Then we have label, which says video current time. We also enabled this and we are selecting it from the list, video current time. Then non-interaction hit is false. Like we do want it to be counted as an interaction. Like if the user is playing the video, we want it to be counted as an interaction. So it's not a non-interaction, hence this is false. Then this is Google Analytics settings and I selected this, G cross domain. And then there is my trigger, which we have already discussed. Now, let's go and preview that whether this is working or not. And I connect my website. I scroll down. I have included this YouTube video inside my website, and let's just click play. So if we go back to our tag assistant and continue, we see that events are being fired here. Now let's click the first one and observe. GAYT video report tag was fired here. And let's look at the variables. Now, if you go down, all the variables are defined. Current time, duration, percent, the provider is YouTube, status is start, video title, even the URL and all the things. If we just go to the previous event before the video actually got played, all these were undefined. But as soon as we played the video, these are defined. So as we know that variables keep changing throughout our journey on the website. So they were not defined on here, but as we interacted with the website, we clicked the video. Now the variables are defined. And if we see, the value will keep changing. Current time is now 5, it's 30. Now it will keep updating, right? Now let us go to Google Analytics and see the real-time event report there. Just refresh it. Now, this is showing us that event category is video, action is our name here and here. If I click this, now I'll see that all the different times that are being reported here. So our data is getting reflected, right? Now we are able to successfully track the activity on our YouTube video. But what if the video that we have integrated in our website, that we have embedded in our website, is not from YouTube at all? It's from some other service such as Vimeo. So what are we going to do? There is a way out to that, but we will have to take some external help. So let's go to Google and search this Vimeo video tracking, Google Tag Manager, right? Then we have this link. Open this. Here, it allows us to download a container, right? We have the options for tags, triggers, and variables. If I click this, we see that these are the two tags that will be downloaded. This will be the trigger, and these three will be the variables, right? So I click download file here. This is giving me this file, and I save this, save as, and I simply save this, right? Now, if we go back to our Google Tag Manager and go to the admin, here we have the option to import a container. If I click this, first, before downloading a container, we have the option to go through this in detail. Like this is telling us, this is a JSON file, and this is also telling us a lot of information about it. So we should only download the container if we trust this website. So this is a trustworthy website. That's why I have downloaded this container. But it is recommended that go through it, read it once, and then proceed to installing it in the Google Tag Manager, because a lot of unwanted code can be injected in it, which can lead to corrupting the Google Tag Manager or stealing the data, which is not what we want, right? So now, as we know that this is a trustable site, let's go to Google Tag Manager, click import container. We will have the option to choose our file. Let's just select, just a second, let's apply, yeah, open. Now we have the option to choose a workspace, like we want to create a new workspace or an existing workspace. The existing one works for us. We will select default workspace. Now, This is a very important option here. If we click overwrite, then all the data in our workspace will be overwritten by this. And we absolutely do not want that. We want it to be merged, right? And this is saying that override the conflicting tags. So we know that there won't be any. So yeah, then we can click confirm. I have already imported this, so I will not click confirm here. Yeah. So now let's go to our workspace and go to the folders. So here we have this folder created for us where we have two variables, two tags and one trigger. So variable here is DLV video action. We have DLV video name, data layer, and then we have these two tags and we have a trigger. So let's see what the trigger is. Yeah, so it's a custom trigger and this is tracking the Vimeo event name is Vimeo track and all the custom events. We do not want to change it or disturb any settings as such. So we will leave this as it is. Now let's go to tags. We'll be able to see them there as well. Yeah, here we have GA event Vimeo tracking. We click this. Then we have the tag type as Google Analytics, Universal Analytics, and then we are tracking an event. Now the category is videos and then we have video name and video action. So I have reversed them because I want my video name to be displayed first, because in Universal Analytics there is a hierarchy of category, action and then label. So I have changed this. You can leave it as it is also. Then non-interaction hit is false because again we do want this to be counted as an interaction. And then we have our settings and the trigger is already pre-built. So basically all the work is being done by the external container that we are downloading, but we need to be very, very sure before submitting it or before pushing it live because it can damage our website. So that's why we are checking each and every setting that is everything okay or not. So this was the another tag that was given to us. Then we have some custom HTML code here. Now, if we click this, we can see a lot of things happening here. Video length, then we'll have this play pause and all these things. This is basically a JavaScript code inside a script tag. Yeah, so let's leave this as it is. And let's go to preview and check. It's connected. We click continue. Now, this is our website. Inside the features section, we have a video that is from Vimeo. So we play the video. Let's go here. See, this is showing us Vimeo track. And it is also showing us that GA event Vimeo tracking tag was fired here. And if we go ahead, we see the category and all those things, right? And now if I cross this, go to variables, then I see that, okay, DLV video action, the variable that I just imported from the container outside is defined, it's play, and DLV video name is also given here, right? We also have the event as Vimeo track. Now this is showing as video action as 10%, like the 10% of the video is played, correct? So this is how we can, enable the tracking for a video other than YouTube. We just did it for Vimeo. We can also simply change the name of the platform here. Like if you want to do Vista. So we'll simply find the link for the container for that as well, right? So we just simply downloaded the container and be very, very sure that the container that we are importing into our Google Tag Manager should be the one that we completely trust. Then we go to admin, we import the container, we look through all the tags and all the triggers that are imported, make sure that everything is working fine. And then we go to preview and we check. And then when we know it's all right, we click submit. So this is how we can track videos using Google Tag Manager. Thank you.